they did mention how Alter Ego might have the advantage, especially on this incoming first half, with so much utility up against a double controller of paperrex.
And again, it's been an incredibly competitive journey for all these teams. So many teams yet to bleed, yet to have a scratch on them. And we have paperrex, who is on the forefront of that, who's been absolutely dominant. Forsaken, we don't even need to look at him. He gets 2. Mindfreak gets 1. As Delby and Adrian King, they try to trade it out.
Oh my god.
Forsaken is on a rampage. Oh my goodness, indeed, Aserai. But no gods will save Alter Ego as the march of paperrex.
Charging into the site as a chamber, no fear in hand. This is so smart from him too. Using his opponent's smokes, or I think that was his teammate smokes, yeah, on hookah against them, just to have a little bit of catch off, which Alter Ego were definitely not prepared for. But those 2 shots were just absolutely perfect. A triple, definitely a cherry on top as he got Kush on the peak. Noxy now holding the angle here, but fully blinded with that Prowler. Has to go back, 30 HP down, and Forsaken re-challenges. The re-angle, he still gets out. Smooth as butter. Forsaken, my god, the movement on this person plus the shots is absolutely insane.
Smooth like butter, full like a breakfast meal as paperrex yet to lose a member. Adrian King and Axelavia, they have limited weapons to work with. And like you mentioned, it was quite, I would say, unpredictable for Forsaken to do that. Now, one thing that I really like about paperrex Aserai is that they are the pinnacle of the Southeast Asia playstyle. You'd think it'd be like, oh, but does that mean they push a lot? Yes. Do they win a lot? Absolutely. Do you think it's something that you would love to show aspiring teams? Maybe not. You know, the winning part, it's amazing. But the way they play is just so uniquely tailored to them, or at least to fit their play style. It's very, very hard to translate to other teams or are aspiring pros. But look at this. Still, Adrian King and Axelavia, they're holding on for dear life, but they're going to run into that spike now.
It's so fluid to see how Forsaken does play that chamber, as you mentioned, right? Because before, or even still now, any chamber player that you would probably see would just set up the TP first because it's a safety for them. But the way that Forsaken plays it is he gets picks first, then sets it, as you can see there, it sets it, I think just makes it so easy and looks so fluid. Now, coming into this round, Alter Ego have gotten their purchases and a lot of control onto B long, but as you can see, paperrex actually just went away from the initial guiding light here. And Adrian King might not know that the swing is going to be prepared for Benkai, who only has the shield, or rather the smoke out. That was a bit of a misplay from paperrex, but the zooms from Jing just to get a little bit more information, and Devi already left onto Hookah, able to deal some damage here. 2 versus 2 to remain. The jump out from Delby, a little bit too hopeful there, won't you say, Raph? But now it's turned into the 1 versus 2 as Axelavia comes to the teleporter. Now that means the paperrex will know where he will peek out, and this smoke might not be lasting for longer as he tries to drop out through Hookah.
Definitely, and with Mindfreak and Jing setting up a great crossfire. Despite what we talked about with their playstyle, the fundamentals are still absolutely sharp and as refined can be. And we might just see that in play right now. No overextensions on both sides, really, as Axelavia is trying to make a little bit of ground for himself. Try to be cheeky, getting that smoke for Octagon.
This is a team that does adjust, does know how to adapt to situations, but it does take them a good chunk of rounds. And I think that was what we probably saw when they went up against RRQ the other day. Now, Noxy coming into contact, has to back away first. Good shot on the first trigger, but as he saw Cheng, it's like, nope, not gonna touch that hot potato. Full control once again from paperrex onto the B side, and it's just not really a lot that I think Alter Ego can do at this point, especially with the weaker weapons.
I am inclined to agree. We know how fantastic they can be, and we know that they have the highest of highs. But paperrex, they're in such great positions to really trade out immediately. We already see some presence towards elbow, and of course, a little bit of hookah presence by Eggs Benkai here. But Alter Ego still trying to push through Murder Hole. Can't get any mileage whatsoever, and with the shuffling utility of having a Viper, which Fluffy pointed out that he loves to see that Viper on non-Viper maps. But at this rate, what is a non-Viper map? As Benkai gets a frag for himself, Delby tries to trade, and now he's all alone, Aserai. Mindfreak, Devi, and Benkai staring him down. What can they do? Well, absolute
players would just as what Jing is, right, with the raise, just go straight into the site and be too far forward that his teammates can't really do anything for him, so he has to be that lone wolf. He doesn't go that direction. What he does actually get that information and just be able to help sandwich onto Octagon. I really love that ideology. In any case, even if he can't actually go for that 1 versus 2, which he shouldn't, he still gets to put in that position and he still gets so much value. Anyways, Jing still not changing any speed whatsoever. The speed that he comes at is his blazing, blistering outside of U-Haul. Axe love ya. Not spot anything but Prowler, so that's gonna at least net him 1 kill. 2, 3 kills for Axe. Oh, this is so good for Alter Ego. Not yet done. Delby has the opera, not the opera, excuse me, but the showstopper in hand. Although Forsaken and Devi both have repositioned for really good positions here. Devi, smallest mousepad in the world, but the biggest flick that you'll ever see. As he hits the last shot onto Delby and still under
desk space taken, speedrun any percent, but his impact absolutely gargantuan. I honestly don't understand how he's so good with such a small mousepad, but Asarai, it's the mastery of it all. As we saw both Jing and of course the rest of the boys really roll onto Alter Ego here. We did see Axelavia put up a great fight, but I guess the biggest question right now is what does Alter Ego have to do to put a stop to this? It seems that they have not found any good defensive sets yet, especially with Jing just kind of tearing it apart. Kush finally gets Forsaken. And here we have Benkai still getting the trade. Devi gets yet another one. Adrian King and Kush, a tall order, but with the paint shell coming out, the sting of the stinger will find Mind Freak. But Jing and Kush could potentially be locked in a 1v1 here. But no, instead, Kush goes for the long way around.
This could actually be perfect for Kush, right? Because he's going to go for the wraparound. Devi as well as Jing is both looking at spawn. The thing is, as they spot nothing, they're going to set their sights elsewhere. And I think Kush was just able to spot out Devi's teeny tiny toes. And Jing, making too much noise on elbow there, will make him a little bit susceptible to the punish. Excuse me. Bit of a mistake.
He goes really good. And I think this is one of those matches where it sets the tone for the rest of the teams, because it's been a question that we've been asking, and really everyone's been asking, how big is the gap between paperrex?
Win. So they can cash those checks.
But then again,
I'm sorry I botched that, but yeah.
It's fine. It's completely fine. I actually don't think it's ego peaks. It's more heat checks because, like you said, right, sometimes you got to push your limits. Sometimes you got to go for that litmus test. And paperrex, they've been doing that quite a bit. Alter Ego, who we've seen perform at the highest level and potentially be the destroyer of worlds, seem to still be fumbling against paperrex. But with Kush starting it off like this could be a great sign. Noxy has that operator too, so if they can find that value, that range that they would love to keep that operator at, then paperrex might have a little bit of trouble, Asarai.
That's true, and Nox is somebody that can always get that value off of this operator. Already good for the first, but now they spotted where he is. He can always TP back onto Heaven, which is perfect for him as he holds the angle onto Showers. The rest of Alter Ego have come in, but Benkai, he's not gonna know this, although he's spotted by a teeny tiny crack onto the smoke there, unfortunately. Raph, Devi comes into the corner, will get flushed out. Mind Freak the only one to remain as he tries to get a little bit of a peekaboo outside.
Sixth phenomenon, the sixth god, playing, tinkering with the minds of the teams. We talked about this many times, but now it's happening on Bind. We commonly see this on Split, which we'll have to say farewell to. We see the Doom Roomba clean up Hookah, but there's aggression in mind on the side of Alter Ego. They hear the bot, but all it's gonna do is butt heads with its other Chub Crush Gear counterpart. Now look at this, Asarai, they recede, but still they hold the defensive line. No rotations though, or on the side of Alter Ego, they seem to be playing far forward on both sides. What do you think about that?
Well, they need to challenge. It's something that I think they have to at least do, especially against paperrex here. Delby still holds the angle. It is very much a one and done if he doesn't get any more value off of that, which he doesn't. Although as the smoke comes down, Adrian King able to spot out one more. 3-3 as the round continues. The reposition from Alter Ego is already there, Raph. You can see they're all the way tucked at spawn. The rest of paperrex rushing right in, and with the Steam Beacon still active for Mind Freak, does give them a little bit of that movement boost, as Alter Ego's still guessing where the rest of paperrex are. This is going to be absolutely perfect for paperrex. They're going to be able to get into the site. There's obviously still clearing it out, but they will not have any difficulties at least being able to plant down that spike. Anything to use for post-bat, maybe for alter ego here. They use basically almost everything, even the smokes of Axe Lovia. And speaking of the man himself, he is already at the site alongside Adern King. Noxy has been found out. Adern King, though, timing is going to be essential, is going to be crucial as he drops right down. Beautiful shot onto Mind Freak, and the one last to remain is going to be the buy. A little bit slow there from paperrex. Adern King does not hit the shot. That's unfortunate. He still has time to plant this. 30 seconds. Axlovia. Oh, he doesn't spot it. And he just backs away. Perfectly done by Axe.
For them to commit to that plant, and that's more than enough for alter ego to take a grasp, wrestle the control away. Now they want to continue this type of control and this type of I would say just discipline, really. They found their shots, but once Adrian King tried to overextend that, and I honestly feel like they had a proper crossfire here when he was moving onto the site, right? Because look at that. I think he already had, what was it, Axe trying to move up towards Heaven? But nonetheless, paperrex, they look to come back from this. A healthy bank, now Forsaken with the Operator, so we might not see those aggressive rendezvous plays. Nade indeed, as Jing will lose his in that exchange, and they really cannot commit to this hookah fight as Kush is here for the quick trade, and Delby, like a turret, gets two. Benkai returns the favor, getting Delby out of that position, giving them the room that they need to wiggle around. And Adrian King still looking to continue the success. He does find it. He even gets another one, and the spike is down. Forsaken, we know how amazing Mr. Sasanto is, but this is, even for him, quite a tall order. He now pulls out the Headhunter. Flicks for one, can't really find him. Adrian King pulling attention. Not even the Operator can find a mark onto Nox.
Somewhere on B Cubby, and still they take the slow, more methodical approach just to try to even him out, as it were. And as you mentioned here again with Adrian King, just able to hit all of these beautiful views. The name of the, or not the name of the game here for PRX. With Noxy back on the Operator as well, this is the time where PRX just has to be a little bit more respectful of the power that alter ego does bring onto the table. That Prowler does force him out. They were very much aware of the situation, while Jing now creeping up very hardly onto Hookah. Although, look at the minimap wrap, 3 players of alter ego for the big flank around coming in through market. There is no trap for Forsaken here, so they're just going to be able to get through this. Although Jing backing up, I think he knows. Benkai, though, sets up the nice little lineup. Okay, I like that one. Delby comes in for the swing. The Bison spotted. Mind Freak into the corner. Needs to hit the shot first with that. With that Sheriff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Benkai spotted one already. Jing coming into the corner. And Adrian King doesn't find him. Oh, this is a 1 versus 1 with the spike being half defused by Axe Lovia. And Jing spots his opponent first. Tries to reposition. Goes in wild. And he's made the noise. Does Axe Lovia know that he's right in front of him? Axe? He doesn't know! Jing! Oh my god, the double satchel for the reposition, and Axe
jump into it. And we know pros don't fake. And we do know that these nerves, they're made out of steel, but maybe that was not the call there. Axe Lovia definitely, maybe I think it was Benkai was like, it's on my shoulders. And then he just swings, he peeks, he gets one. Jing, like you said, wants to mess around with the timing. Vulnerability, I don't care. I have an insta-kill. Axe Lovia falls as he gets taken apart. And oh my god, indeed, call upon the heavens as Noxy needs no divine intervention. But yet, 50 BMG is the call, is the help that he needs. 7-3, still the round, it's going. Now it's a 4v4. An interesting orbital strike here, Asar. That's gonna buy them space, but so far nobody has pushed forward. Doesn't matter. Mind Freak gets one. Noxy with a Headhunter, and Adrian King fragging out of their mind, as it's a 2v2 despite all that noise, all that commotion. But they let go of the spike. I think they don't know that both players are doubling up, but this could be a massive flank yet again. They broke their ankles. They have no idea. The Sham God. Oh dear, Asarai. The tension is building. Oh god.
Yeah, it's about to go. Okay, all right. They got TP'd out. Are they gonna go double TP for the chase? They're not. Just gonna go for the wraparound. So, as Forsaken is that trap on their left will not activate as they come through market. This is gonna be absolutely perfect. But the thing is, they've given space for paperrex, time for paperrex to reposition for this post. Even if they do go for this double swing out of Hookah, this is incredibly dangerous. If Mind Freak actually peeks out through Murder Hole and spots him dropping down at the precise time outside of Hookah, this could be really bad. And that throw on the Haunt just gives even more information here for Alter Ego. Now they spotted out Devi. He's gonna try to go around here, but again, this is time not well spent as he needs to be helped out by Mind Freak. Although Devi goes in one kill, swing, and again another kill. Absolutely beautiful from Devi.
Them trying to get that timing, but both times we see a loss on their side. It could be a bad omen. Not the agent, the saying. But Devi has been pulling through as he's been a stable mid-round fragger in round. Now 8-3 Asterai. Alter Ego, they have a tough hill to climb. Now still they look to inch it closer and closer as Benkai, who is the mastermind, might actually run into Noxy here. But once again, we've talked about how protruding that gun barrel on the Tour de Force is. Maybe more times than we should have had, honestly.
That's true. They won't spot it this time, but I think they have a very quick idea of where Noxy does play because of his position from the past couple of rounds now. Jing waiting on the Prowler first. Kush has been spotted out, but amazing, beautiful initial shot. Benkai also takes a brunt of that damage down to 40. Congrats for Alter Ego. Have been given a chance here, Raph. Benkai still sets up the utility here, but they have to be very aware. Forsaken can't really push out of B long here, especially now that they spotted where the Sky might be. Again, Sky being the queen of B long will get flushed out by the Nightfall as there's so much utility being thrown out here. This is going to be pure madness if they actually try to push in on this, which I think paperrex will not try to do. The wraparound and the reposition. The Vi very trapped. He feels unsafe, as you can see, as he pushes out to the market, but he needs to do something right here and now. Mind Freak, no more utility other than just the Molly. So he's gonna have to peek through this. Devi, how good as he is against Noxy, not good enough. Max Lovey also has repositioned all the way through heaven, and Forsaken get
biting back indeed. But what I do find incredible and potentially absurd is that Noxy did not move a muscle. He's like, what? You guys are taking away my keyboard? Okay, it's fine. Have been doing so well, have brought them to heights where not a lot of people have seen, and here we go. As I mentioned, the basics, the fundamentals. Walk it to hookah with a bunch of frenzies, and Delby, he gets Mind Freak. Now they have a free reign over the site. They clear out Octagon, but they don't hear that sound spot as we have a perpetrator in elbow. And there you go. He gets taken care of as Devi was the last line of defense for B. Now a mad rotate is coming here, and they push through the smokes. Do they know that they're on the site? I can't believe Forsaken still survives that. Even gets a kill for himself. And Alter Ego try to hold on. But Jing! He gets two! Noxy too! Oh, come on, Noxy. Well, if he can do it, I can do it back. Don't you worry about it, apparently. Forsaken yet again on a low HP situation where he's tasked to kill the boogeyman, which is in the form of Noxy and Adrian King. Oh, the movement?
Oh my god!
And oh my god, indeed, yet again, we've been called to death! Oh, no! Players have been answered! Noxy still gets it! What is going on?
Oh my gosh, like he just not even dodge, he is...
I don't get it.
Not hit
I don't get it.
by any of those headhunter shots. Anyways, it wasn't that really amazing for Forsaken. It was that peek out here to TP'd him, and Adrian King was like, where is this player? Look at that, dude. It's like, how does that even happen? He almost botched the round. If Forsaken won that fight, I think he might have enough time to actually continue to have on that defuse. Anyways, yeah, this is just gonna be a run through for Alter Ego. Last to remain, Benkai gets the quick little trade. Not really spotting anybody. Hiding into the corner here, but Delby flushing him out. Benkai, accept your fate.
Much better. Two rounds on the board. Now, one thing that we've noticed here is that Adrian King's flashes, despite him fragging out, I don't think necessarily it's found its value, Aster. Sure, it is kind of pushing as competitive as can be. We can't credit the fact that paperrex is also adjusting to this lineup.
100% R. Devi here might need to run away as soon as can be, as Delby, there's no breaks in this man's feet, but Devi has already found out too. There's the peek out. Axlovia still charging right in, and you were mentioning, Raph, where was the good flash from Adrian King? There it was. Although unfortunately, it's still not going to be enough. Still losing at that bonus, but it's starting to build things up. Oh, there we go. That was the double peek. That was a double kill that we saw from Devi on the kill feed just a few moments back.
I feel like this building up my anxiety like this. You did mention that was the bonus, and I feel like the damage has been done. So this is still pretty much even ground, but you know what? The Vi gets a quick kill onto Noxy. The chubby Crush Gear looking a little more solid, a little more intangible. As invulnerability has been a spell that's been hanging over the heads of both of our players. The Vi gets one on that entry. Mindfree gets a trade, and pandemonium ensues. Once again, Pandora's box it opens for everybody, and Jing with a spray through the...
Again, paperrex just blistering speeds here. The Vi, no fear. And on that contact, I was so surprised that he was able to get so much value off of that as well, even though he was very much trapped with the sea, with the utilities and everything. It's just at the speeds at which they can get the trades. And paperrex is a team that is able to get that just 1, maybe even 2 seconds faster than you can. And when it's this quick of rounds, all of those can just be the make or breaks. Kush, though, somehow gets through the hula hoop, the Roomba of death on the site. That still gets traded out so quickly by Jing into the corner. Mindfreak stays. And even if Jing dies to this, right?
Oh.
That's an orbital used. That's purely AXW being, I feel like, just frustrated already by how Jing has just been getting so much control through the TP. Forsaken gets the final 2 kills.
paperrex, despite being a bunch of dinosaurs, it much looks like it resembles Top Gun. Honestly, it's not watching Maverick and Goose or Maverick and Rooster. It's like watching 2 Mavericks playing really, really well. It's just that adjustment period after that very, very coveted adjustment period. It's really not going their way. Just the finite rounds just feel that even less against a, well, the panel said it, unpredictable paperrex.
There's always a method to the madness, right? And paperrex, I think, is the epitome of that, at least for APAC. It feels like they just do everything so random, as you mentioned, but there is that form of understanding for the whole team. I don't know how they've been doing this. It feels like it's just been magic for them.
Launching smoke.
Mindfree, he is so close just being spotted, but Noxy! Gotta check those corners. He can just TP out if need be. And they're actually just gonna try to peek him through, but again, quick Mamba out there from Noxy. Now he's a little bit afraid of what could happen. Nightfall for Nightfall. They will be able to get in this B side. Benkai trying to be at least a cheeky little boy that comes right in for the play. Philippe, what a shot through the head! But Forsaken goes into the TP, gets the 2. Will not miss the chance that Jing has given him. And Adrian King and Kush very much exposed to the elements. Now Adrian King gonna have to back away. Kush coming through Murder Hole. Spots out Forsaken. Absolutely perfect from Kush. And this gives him a fighting chance. Mind Freak might get spotted by this Prowler. Timing. Ooh, last possible second Rav. Kush, he's not going to be looking through this. Mind Freak might have gotten the keys to the city, the keys to the clutch of this round. He might have spotted the first one. Oh, okay, never mind. If he gets this, though.
Wait.
One more shot. He almost got it.
The many masks that they put on have all been effective. But again, the Void, it looks like it's staring right at both of these teams. But so far, oh my goodness, what an impressive shot by Delby, as well as Kush. Now, Mind Freak, like you mentioned, right, not his show to steal, as Kush coming in blazing hot into the round. A lot of early showers control now on the side of Alterego as they try to creep up. And, you know, I honestly love this fresh pace from both these teams, right, because we see a lot of teams, and again, there's no real wrong approach to the game. It's multifaceted. There's a lot of schools of thought. But to see them just go at it, it's very fun. Not for Kush, maybe, as Jing denies him. He's like, yeah, that's pretty impressive, buddy. Forsaken says, yeah, Noxy, don't ever do that again. And this Alterego offense, somewhat lacking as Delby gets a trade. Axlovia finds the Forsaken on top of the truck. And my, Axe is the last left alive here. A 1v3 escapade for him. He does have the leeway to move around his smokes.
Wow.
Wow, indeed. Beautiful snake bite to just isolate him and limit the options in the smoke. Big brain stuff.
Yeah, he reads the ideology of Axe very, very easily there. Oh, he's giving away his position too. Trying to creep up though, but the problem therein lies that
30 seconds left.
there really isn't any much cracks. I mean, there is given space by paperrex, but this is just given leeway as you see the long flank coming in from Mind Freak. So Axe is still trapped in. If he plants here a triple, he's gonna get wallbanged to bits. And again, as I mentioned,
Why is this, right? Because both teams, just looking at the eye test, they have a great idea of what they want to do. The execution and the timing is still very present, but the differences have been so minuscule that this needs a thorough
I'll find you.
Well, this Juggernaut has hit an incredibly solid wall that he cannot break through. Through the smoke, though, this could actually work some benefits right now. Fog has been utilized. Molly to just stop them just a teeny tiny bit. Mindfreak's been spotted, but the buy has not yet been. He's gonna throw all of his utility here as they try to stop the onslaught from the rest of Alter Ego. Forsaken plays it to the corner, but there's Delby with the swing.
Delby.
Absolutely perfect. One shot is all he needs with that showstopper as it ignites the show here for Alter Ego. Again, 5 rounds is what they need. Benkai comes into the TP. Noxy already very much afraid of what could be. Immediately TP's out for the reposition. Tries to go around elbow here. Mindfreak coming into the corner. Both controllers from paperrex still alive. So what they mean by this is Mindfreak still has a smoke, but yeah, teeny tiny gap for Delby to work with there. Now paperrex is Benkai. Oh, you dirty man. He's gonna be able to.
Forsaken on those unpredictable chamber rendezvous placements, which honestly has been helping his team immensely. And potentially the lack of impact on Adrian King's flashes. But again, there's the dynamic to that, right? If you can't predict, we're kind of scratching on. Obviously, Jing has been wild and out. He's been getting all those frags. Delby has been doing the same. And Axlavia definitely still hitting those proper utility timings. But the butterfly effect of those first 2 interactions, Asterai has somewhat tossed this into madness, as you mentioned. And now here we go. They kind of walk onto the site here. Mindfreak potentially doing a bit of a Chris Angel impression. Nobody knew where he came from, but Delby has answers. Benkai looking like a criminal, stealing a kill onto Noxy and getting the upgrade. Delby and Axlavia, who's been heroes, who's been a very strong duo.
Oh my god!
Cannot land a beat on Jing, but Axlavia, he finds his stability. He plants his feet and finally hits that jumper as Delby decay. He's waiting for that HP, but look at this, more vulnerability. So much being thrown.
Pressure-induced situation. That was crazy. Yeah, teams have got to check that teeny tiny little pseudo spot. Look at this. Delby peeks out and gets a kill at the last possible second. What a shot from Delby. Alter Ego. Even with just the sheriffs and paperrex, I still shudder to think, right? But they're building up the blocks. Able to sequence the Gap's genome as they try to build this possible lead against paperrex. They come in through the smoke. No fear in hand. Delby and Kush splashing a lot in the B side. Devi, is he ready for the swing? Absolutely not. Kush is on the warpath. Benkai into the corner. And it's only Forsaken to remain. He does have a headhunter in tow. The peek out from Delby. And
right now, they're looking like freaks of nature. They're genetic freaks. See, normally, the chances of winning a 1v1 is 50%. But Alter Ego right now, they're not normal. So that reduces the chances.
I think it's not that. paperrex are playing to their utmost of what they can, but Alter Ego is still, again, a team that can always bring it back up, but the problem therein lies. He thought he was going to be on the ground. You talk about how ground power is strong for Alter Ego. With paperrex, they have anti-air establishments to just make this a possibility for them. Devi spotted out one already, and it's all down to Noxy. Where does this player in lie? He's all the way through there. Ooh, TP opens, but there's no one. It's a 1 versus 5, man. He's got to have the fight first before he plants his spike. Okay, he's gone for the first. Cannot transition for the second, and paperrex cleans up this first game. Took a little bit of